Hello. Sorry. You couldn't hear me for a second because I muted myself and I forgot that I did that. Because I was on the phone while I was right before I was getting on here. So I did not want, like, I don't know, to accidentally record myself being on the phone because breach of privacy. Hello. Um, so there's a lot of very strange noise going on in my building right now. There's like, I feel like someone's playing the drums or the guitar upstairs, and then there's also dogs barking outside, which is odd because I've never had like, I don't know, explicit dog barking outside by any means. Hi, Maria. Hi, Praxis. Hi, Elvin. Hi, Ian. Hi, Odin. Hi, JJ. Hi, Jack. Hi, Jack. Oh my gosh, like hi Jack. Hi Travis. I saw this comment. It's really freaking funny. Hi United Europe and hi Juju. It's the air defense. Maybe I've been hearing. No, so this is not air defense. I've also been hearing air defense, but this isn't it. Also, hi everyone on TikTok. Just in case TikTok does go away, I do have YouTube and I'm on YouTube under the same username. Thank you, Magda. Hi, everyone. Yeah, if you would like to, not lose contact with me in case this ban does go through in 6 days, I am on YouTube and on Instagram and yeah, on under the same username as I am on TikTok. Hi. Oh my gosh, who is it? Hi, Thomas. Hi, Yana. Well, VPN is not really going to help. You have to change your account, like the number associated with your account, because they're going to be deleting like basically US based accounts from what I'm understanding. So, like, I am probably going to put in my Ukrainian number into my TikTok, and that's how I'm going to circumvent this situation. But at the same time, obviously, a lot of people are going to lose access to it if it goes away. And it's kind of crazy. I mean, like, I've been avoiding talking on this subject, the subject of the TikTok ban, really, because so for those of you who are on YouTube and you might not know, but I'm sure most of you do, like my main platform was TikTok, and this is where I have the largest platform, and this is where I've started like talking about Ukraine and things like that. And this ban is like really sad, to be honest, because it used to be like one of the easiest places to reach people and to give your thoughts to people and to be heard by people. And there is really nothing like the TikTok algorithm in terms of like matching. Hi, Smiley. In terms of matching how information gets shared. And I know that a lot of people don't like this app, but I mean, as much as like I have a love-hate relationship with it, and I really feel I feel really upset that it might go away in the United States because, like, there's already so much information filtering, and like this really isn't about China, and this really isn't about anything other than like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg and other billionaires just wanting to have control, just wanting to exercise control and wanting to control the narrative and control the information. It's really upsetting. Elon Musk, who shared the tweet about California wildfires and blamed Ukraine for the lack of equipment in California fire departments, which, I mean, is one of the absolute dumbest propaganda pieces I have heard in a very long time. Because, first of all, California like the LA fire department donated surplus equipment to Ukraine, equipment that was about to expire, like its use was running up, and they're not allowed to use it anyway. And it's the equipment that wasn't used or the equipment that was about to not be used. It's one of those things where it's, oh, hi Winston. Thank you. It's one of those things where it's just really stupid to even kind of say something like that. Also, none of the equipment that was donated to Ukraine was really anything like heavy machinery or anything that would help fight these fires. It was just like personal protective gear, again, that was about to expire. It was all replenished in the LA fire department, and it really doesn't impact anything. The reason why they have a hard time putting out these fires is because they are basically, they need so many gallons of water, Think about, because probably if you've been following Hi That Guy, the war in Ukraine, then you know that, for instance, if you're using an artillery, like an artillery piece of equipment, right? After a while, it gets tired and the guns are like melting. So you need to give them a rest because you can't continue using them without rest. Thank you, Tara. So, the same goes with the amount of water that passes through the equipment. It's so much water that the equipment can't handle it. So in a lot of places, they're just not. They basically don't have. They don't have enough like passing capacity for the amount of water that they need to put out these fires. And I've been like, actually, this is funny because this is part of the briefing that one of the LA fire chiefs was giving to Elon Musk directly and personally. Something that could have been said at a press conference, but needed to be delivered to Elmo personally for him to understand. And the way that he was asking these questions was so stupid. But there is also winds that are really fast, and there's so many people that are using an abnormal and enormous amount of conspiracy theories to fuel I don't know, like skepticism over what's been happening with the fires. It's it's so low and so sad that this is happening. Oh, hi Ian. I'm off fishing in France. Oh, that's really nice. Well, I wish I was off fishing in France, but no, I mean, I'm here. I love being here. Yeah, but it's, I would love to. I would love to have a vacation, basically, especially today. I'm just having like a really, really bad day. And it's one of those like, work is not going right. I basically kind of found out a while ago as being kind of severely underpaid at work. And I brought this issue up, supposed to be solved, still not solved. And also from the way that it's looking, it doesn't seem like it's going to be solved in like a favorable or like in a reasonable way. I don't know. But it's quite a lot going on. But also, I do want to remind you, well, not remind you, but I do want to bring something up. There is a fundraiser that I've been working on for a unit, and we have raised quite a bit of money for it. But basically, since the beginning of the start of this fundraiser, which started like about a month ago, there hasn't been a lot of attention to this fundraiser at all, and there has been a lot of slacking in fundraising. And I haven't been going live often enough, but I'm also not the only person who's supposed to fundraise for this fundraiser, but it almost feels like I am. Well, it doesn't almost feel like I am. I kind of, it has been so that I have been the only person really fundraising for this fundraiser. And it's a difficult fundraiser to do things for, because the unit for which we're fundraising is basically they're like at a secret location. I can't really tell you a lot about them. I will show you a video of them It's interesting, Dennis. I am Redis, like the commander of Azov. There is someone on TikTok with a very interesting username, but basically, here is a Monobank jar that I put in the comments, and I'm going to put my PayPal and Venmo and Revolut in the comments as well for anyone who wants to donate. And I really encourage you guys to donate. There is actually someone who agreed to match donations. Who agreed to match up to $500 in donations for this fundraiser, so we could raise like a reasonable amount of money. And I don't mean reasonable, but the whole amount of money is like $4,000. There's like a little over 1,000, like 1,200-ish in the jar right now. And most of that was done by our efforts. One second. I'm just trying to put in Venmo Yulia. Most of that was done by our efforts, and unless basically I fundraise on my lives, I don't think this fundraiser is going to get closed. And it's been such a long time since it first opened that I feel incredibly bad. To be honest, like I've been quite depressed, and I've also been working a lot, and so it's been really difficult for me to go live, and I am trying to bring myself to go live more often because I want to finish this fundraiser off for this unit, because I know that it's going to be hard to do without us, I guess. So we have raised $13 so far. First donation for tonight is $13. So that's really cool. I would like to put a goal. So the matching is up to $500, right? So I would like to put a goal of $500 if we could do that today, maybe potentially, because that would be obviously amazing if we could manage to do that. Is there a stop date for the match? I don't know. I mean, I probably to some capacity. That's a good question, actually. It was for the live, but I don't know. Also, I just realized that I forgot that I didn't say hi to everyone. Hi, Nick. Also, hi, Jean-Marc. Hi, Archon. Hi. Oh, I already said hi to Odin. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Demon Orb, my favorite username on YouTube. Hi, Legend Zero. Hi, Jedi Mike. Respects for putting effort and passion in every day. At least you're trying to help and inform people about what is going on and you care. Thank you. Well, I mean, it's been really hard to honestly do things, not because I don't know. I'm not going to dive too much into the nitty gritty or into I guess not nice things, but it's yeah, I've been, oh, hi Kim. Oh my God. Good to see you. But I've been sort of, I don't know, it's been rough behind the scenes, both in an emotional way, and also I've been working so much. But I've promised that I would help with this fundraiser, so I'm giving myself a reason to also, hi Marsh. But so I'm giving myself sort of an ultimatum to I'm giving myself an ultimatum to to go live and to fundraise for this, because I just simply have to, and it just needs to be done. So I figured, this is a good kind of driving mechanism to go live. So yeah, basically the unit that this fundraiser is for is a unit that trains FPV drone operators. And I can't tell you where they're located, but the unit's name is Typhoon. And I have a video of them sort of doing their training. They needed a bunch of laptops, a bunch of water. A bunch of water. I read Cindy's drinking water like she's dehydrated. She's always drinking a lot of water. But this is basically their training. I can't really show much more than, okay, wait.
Щоб забезпечити ось навчальний процес наших пілотів. Тому будемо дуже вам вдячні за допомогу.
So this is the unit commander kind of like, showing their learning process. And this is who this fundraiser is for. If you would like to, you can donate to the jar, to the Monobank jar, because I put it I put it there in the comments. If you can't, because quite often I don't know, Monobank doesn't accept foreign cards for some reason, so you can send it to my PayPal or my Venmo or my Revolut, and at the end of the live, I will put it in the jar or right after the live. It depends, honestly, on my internet, because the internet has been quite upsetting, to be very frank with you. But yeah. Hi, Tyrannus. Also, Jedi Mike is saying, what is this about California wildfires in Ukraine? So, there has been a lot of propaganda coming from Elon Musk and Don Jr. that the reason that California wildfires are not being put out in time is because the fire department donated gear to Ukraine, which that was outdated gear, and it's surplus gear that's about to expire. Also, thank you, Maria. We're now at $33. Gear that's about to expire and stuff like that, which is not, doesn't influence the ability of the California firefighters to fight fires. Also, Zelensky had just pledged, or not pledged, he offered for 150 Ukrainian firefighters to come and help the LA fires, like put out LA fires, because really it's not about the equipment. It's about the fact that you can't overextend or overuse some equipment, and none of the equipment necessary to fight these fires was sent to Ukraine to begin with. But it's also about manpower, and it's about like firefighters being exhausted, and they're human. And so Donnie Jr. claimed that LAFD sent all its equipment to Ukraine. Right, all of its equipment, because LA Fire Department doesn't need equipment in the interim, right? What are they fighting the fires with right now? Their bare hands. But one of the things that I do want to say in how people are not looking at it, that I sort of want to draw a parallel to, but I want to do it very carefully without like sounding like I'm diminishing the horror of the LA wildfires, is that, oh, Travis, thank you. We are now at $83. So, you know how a lot of people have been making videos about how yesterday they were walking through their neighborhood, and today the entire neighborhood is gone. Like childhood memories, kindergartens, schools, your neighbor's yard, all of these things, right? And how is just a crazy, shocking event, because really a couple of hours ago your house was standing and now it's just gone. It's ash. So I want to draw a very relatable parallel here to the people that know what it's like, because this is a very obviously because of a very different cause, but it's a very similar situation in Ukraine, in a way that there are a lot of people that were walking through their neighborhood yesterday, and all of the houses were there, and they had childhood memories, and they've lived there their whole lives. And then in a span of a couple of days, their entire neighborhood is gone. Their house is gone. It's all ash because Russia bombed it to the ground. The difference here with California wildfires is that the people, while they can't, bring back their belongings, and they can't bring back like photo albums and family portraits and a lot of like unique, memorable and meaningful stuff back, they can come back and they can rebuild. And I'm not talking monetary aspect right now, like obviously some people are going to have a lot of trouble, especially with insurance and with all of the like very sketchy things that are happening, and the price gouging that like LA landlords are participating in. and all of that. But as in they can come back physically there, and they have the opportunity to rebuild if they have the means to. Ukrainians that had a similar high enthalpy, that had their houses destroyed within a matter of days or hours, right? They can't come back there because there is either Russian occupation or Russian artillery fire. And they don't know if they will ever be able to. So someone asks, how does home insurance work in a war zone? I mean, in Ukraine, you can apply for government programs if your home has been destroyed by Russia, essentially. You can apply for a government program for like money for rebuilding, or for like a new, if you're internally displaced, you can apply to like potentially get housing, like new housing from the government in a different city. But in reality, all of these things take a lot of time, and it's really hard to and the lines are really, really long, because obviously a lot of people need that type of help. So there is that. Also, you guys, I'm realizing that for some reason today I'm having really, really bad astigmatism. Some days I'm like okay reading the comments, and some days my eyes are just really bad. So let me go grab my glasses and I'll continue. I wish you guys could see like Cindy or Maeve in the background while I'm doing this, but unfortunately both of them are sleeping on the couch on the other side of the room. So I shall be back in a second. Okay. I found my glasses. Am I late? Hi, Mick. No, not really. I was just grabbing my glasses because I was having a hard time. Wow, this is so much better. I was just having a hard time reading without them, which sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. It depends on the day. Sometimes my astigmatism is better. Sometimes my astigmatism is worse. Do you know how much equipment was sent from California to Ukraine? So it was not, I can't tell you the actual amount of equipment, but it was basically a truckload. There is a video that shows all of the equipment that was being sent to Ukraine. And it's all like small miscellaneous things. And it all fit into a truck. So, not loads and loads and loads of equipment. Hi, Nick. Talk among yourselves. Grumpy, you're so mean sometimes. Many fire departments have partnerships with other cities across the world. As equipment gets outdated by US standards and is replaced, the equipment goes to other countries. Yeah, exactly. This is like a normal thing. Hi, Conti. This is a normal thing for equipment of in any sort of industry. So these kinds of like, remarks about Ukraine somehow being to blame, that LA Fire Department has a hard time putting out massive, incredibly massive fires that are also being exacerbated by the weather is just, I mean, ridiculous. But there's so many people that believe it because Don Jr. and people like that are retweeting it. And it's quite upsetting. Mexico and Canada came to help. Yes, actually, Mexico, there were firefighters from Mexico that came to help the US, which I think is like, good for you, Mexico, because the way that the US, especially with the president that is about to be inaugurated, has been treating Mexico, it's like very, very graceful of them and definitely taking the high road. So, also, just a gentle reminder that if you wanted to contribute to the fundraiser for the FPV drone operators, you can do so through the link that I've shared in the comments and I'm about to share again, or you can do so by donating to my PayPal, Venmo, or Revolut, and I will send it in. So far, we are at $83 today. And donations up to $500 are going to be matched. Are you going to be joining Red Note? So I don't know. Honestly, like I have been procrastinating on the whole TikTok ban, and the reason is because it's sort of like I know that if I ignore it, it's not going to go away, but it's that kind of mentality. It's like I really don't want TikTok to go away. I also really don't want to try and figure out another platform. I mean, I am on Instagram, I am on YouTube, and those are likely the platforms that I'm going to be developing and the platforms that I'm going to be communicating through the most because I already have them. And I'm not very good with change. Like I know a lot of people are joining Blue Sky because Twitter sucks. But I have an account on Blue Sky. Can I say that I post on there? Not really. I have Threads. Can I say that I post on there? Not really. It's kind of hard for me to, like platform hop, I suppose. And also TikTok is where I started talking about Ukraine. So for me, it's a whole special kind of disappointment that it might go away in 6 days. No one else is joining Red Note. It would be just Americans. Well, that's the whole point, right? Like Red Note is a Chinese-owned app, and that's the whole like gag of it. Tyrannus says, unfortunately, it's very difficult for the millions of displaced Ukrainians to get by. Some had to go out at night with a bag and can't come back without their lives being at risk from Russians. Exactly. Some had to leave in 2014. Hassan says the people who vacate back to Ukraine-controlled areas when Russia occupies those regions, where do they go? Are there some vacant areas or something like that? We have refugee villages where they have housing made out of shipping containers. And then like you would go to the government. I mean, a lot of people stay with friends or try to rent something, like if they have the ability to, because it's not only people that can't afford housing, right, that have to vacate. It's a lot of the times also people with a lot of means. It's kind of, you don't choose where Russia comes, right? And whether it's a wealthy neighborhood or a less fortunate neighborhood. But if you can't afford to, like, I don't know, rent an apartment or something, then you would go to the government and you would apply to be in one of those refugee villages, or you would apply for housing, or I mean, there is a government process for that. But a lot of people stay with friends and family if they're fortunate and stuff like that. Do you know many pieces of do you know how many I've seen that? There is a lot of reasons why the fires were happening after 2 years of plus rainfall. A drought was happening, so lots of small new plants were dried out, and in the crazy wind, and it was a bad situation. Yeah, exactly. Kanti, I already read your comment. It's Cindy's human. Hi, Cindy's human. Hi. Oh, Kanti, you haven't met Maeve. I'm now a human to 2 dogs. Also, hi, oh no, Carlos. Hi, Niels. Pretty much, which illustrates the lack of control, has nothing to do with gear. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Lynn. Oh my god, good to see you. Hi, Gorilla Joe. No amount of equipment would have made a difference when you're fighting 100 miles per hour Santa Ana winds with a raging fire. Yeah, exactly. It's Well, I mean, hi. I don't know if you heard that through the microphone, but mm, explosions. Well, you heard it because you're in Kyiv, but yeah, there were just it's not even explosions, it's air defense. But there is also apparently like a Shahed drone that's kind of like circling around Kyiv, like in the city, and I almost feel like I keep hearing it and then it goes faint and then I hear it again. But just now there was an explosion and then there was also like so it sounds like a machine gun, but it's like an anti-drone gun. It just does a lot of rounds. Oh, you probably can hear it. With TikTok, there is an extra factor that they're controlled by the openly hostile CCP. There should be separate regulation to render illegal the dark patterns. Did not hear about it, but I saw. Well, so it's not really. Not to change the subject, but will you be switching apps? What do you mean by switching apps? Like from TikTok to somewhere else? I mean, like I'll just be on YouTube. Like this is I'm on YouTube right now. Hi Marsh. I don't know. Like I have such a hard time adapting to new platforms. Hi Zach. Um so it's kind of like, I don't know. I I really don't want to. I just want TikTok to stay. It's not really controlled by the CCP and like all of this like Mark Zuckerberg has a lot more control over our data and stuff like that. And also like if they're so upset about China collecting our data, then they should really ban Temu and AliExpress and what's its face? Not Temu, but the other one, Sheen, and all of these other apps as well, because they collect about as much data. And they're also Chinese. So, gentle reminder that if you would like to donate to the fundraiser for oh my gosh. So do they not already have our data? Exactly. You still got your podcast though, right? Well, I'm creating a podcast with Masha, but I haven't had the Ukraine War Brief podcast in a while. Hi Martin. Oh my gosh, good to see you. But so yes, gentle reminder that we're at $83 and donations up to $500 are going to be matched. And I would really, 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 really like to get to $500 tonight. I don't know if we can, but maybe we could. We're at $83 right now. It's a fundraiser for a unit that trains. The unit's name is Typhoon. It trains FPV drone operators in various different directions of the front. It's kind of hard for me to tell you where the unit is or like which direction because I can't give you the direction because that's going to give away where they are. And it's it's been difficult. There were multiple people that were supposed to fundraise for this fundraiser, and none of them are really fundraising. So it kind of falls on me in a lot of ways. And I feel really bad because I had already agreed to help them. And it's been like, I haven't been going live very often. So this fundraiser has been like going on for, I think, a month. and it's not even like halfway to the goal. I mean, the goal is $4,000, but I was originally supposed to only help out with 2, but I think that I'm going to have to undertake the whole 4. There is already a little over 1,000 in the jar, and I'm hoping that we can make a larger dent in it. So, Zach, the link to the Monobank jar is on YouTube. But if you want to contribute to the fundraiser and you can, and you can't use the Monobank jar, or you want to, basically you can send it to my PayPal or Venmo or Revolut, and I will forward it into the jar. So far, I'll tell you exactly how much money there is in the jar. And we are responsible for the majority of the money in the jar. As in, not like as in like it's due to you guys that this jar is so filled up to begin with. So it's at 47,501 hryvnias. I can actually send the jar to the mods, and maybe they can post it in the chat on TikTok. Let me send it to Kat, because I don't know where the freak. Oh my gosh, Zach, you know what? I can send you the jar link on Instagram. I'm like literally here, and I have you on Instagram. So I send you the jar link. Let me also go into my mod chat and see. Do the jars earn interest until the money is withdrawn? No, unfortunately. It's just sort of like an envelope. Like it's kind of like, it's just, for public fundraising. Also, I don't know who is playing music right now, but these sounds are driving me crazy. Oh, thank you, Oms. Any sound, and I'm like, we can't post links here. It will not open. Oh no. Sorry, I'm just responding to something really quick. Thank you for the membership, Oms. Do the jars earn interest? No, already answered. Hi, Karen. But yeah, it's driving me nuts because my neighbors are like playing some very like ominous music, and I can't tell if it's like air defense or this weird music. And I think it should be like illegal to play music so loud that your neighbors can hear it at 1 a.m., especially during like a big thing like this, especially during like a huge, when you have like drone attacks, or I don't know, it's just it's a little too much, and it's not okay, and it shouldn't be happening. Same neighbors that love exercise. I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. I don't know if it's the same neighbors. I can't tell where this music is coming from, whether it's coming from like the bottom or whether it's coming from the top. It's just coming from somewhere, and I'm not a fan. East, the direction is east. East is a big place, but it's still east. My savings account I left running in Ukraine is getting 12% interest. Oh, that's nice. That's a very I'm gonna message my downstairs neighbor and ask him if it's him. Yeah, I think it's my neighbor downstairs. I have his number, so hopefully he's going to turn it down because I absolutely can't stand how loud it is, and I keep like kind of getting twitchy every time. Oh my god, there was. Oh wow. Okay, so we just got thank you Robert and thank you N. Thank you N Hill rather. So Nikki. We just got $80 more for the donation. So just FYI, all the donations up until $500 are going to be matched. They might not be matched immediately today, but they'll be matched because it's quite late today. But they'll be matched up to $500. So, yeah, if we could raise $500 tonight, that would be freaking fantastic. And that would be amazing. We're at $163 right now so far. Let me check Revolut and let me check Venmo because I only checked PayPal. Some neighbor who has given you an apology gift still playing loud music. Yeah, I mean, like, it's been a while since then. He doesn't necessarily play loud music anymore, like all the time. So once in a while, it's okay. Oh, another $13. Thank you, Mashbuck. Which brings us to 176, or actually double that. But yeah, I mean, he doesn't do it all the time, so it's not like, I don't I can't really like say that he's been bad or he's been doing something wrong because he's been actually like pretty good, and he's been he hasn't been playing loud music often, and like once in a while is okay. And like, he's very nice, and he's not like combative by any means. Yeah, it was him. He says, "Hi, I have a movie playing, but it's not loud, though I did turn it down a little bit." It was very loud. It was incredibly loud. Oh. Incredibly loud. It wasn't moving for the 15,000th time. I'm so confused. What are you talking about? There are headphones just saying, well, I mean, he should be able to watch a movie in his own house without headphones. It's just that like it's interesting that I can hear it here, and it's a concrete building too, which is like so strange to me, because how do you hear all of these sounds in a concrete building? Like how does one hear, like I feel like I haven't had noise travel so well even in my like cardboard buildings in New York. So yes. Don't care a lot about soundproofing. Oh, yeah. I mean, like he does have like subwoofers that are facing the wall, so maybe that's why. Because I don't necessarily hear like the noise. I mostly hear just like ominous, trembling in the walls. Does that make sense? Hi, Rob. Hi, Ozzy. Oh my gosh, so good to see you. Yeah, Buy Me a Coffee is working, but Buy Me a Coffee has had some sort of like weird stuff going on with Ukraine. Though my like accounts are American, right? So I don't know if I'm going to, if I would have the same problems as most Ukrainians. I loved my Stalin building in Ukraine. Construction going on in apartment below me. Never heard anything except when they hit the heating or water pipes. Yeah. I mean, like all the concrete buildings are usually like pretty soundproof here, which is why I'm having such a I'm so confused on how I'm hearing all of these noises. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm yawning like crazy. So, we are at $176. Do you think we could get to 200, which would mean that we actually got to 400? Because, as I said, up to $500 in donations is going to be matched, which is really cool and doesn't happen often. But in reality, someone agreed to do this because they feel really bad of how slow this fundraiser is going. Well, to be fair, I mean, I can't really complain because I haven't been going live very often, but also in general, there is not just me fundraising for this fundraiser, and it is going really, really slow anyway. And I feel really bad for the guys who need this equipment for FPV drone training because, well, oh, hi, Debbie. Well, dang it, I didn't see a notification. Hello, everyone. Hi, Kristen. It's okay. I mean, it hasn't really been that long. To be fair, I think I'm gonna, it's, what is it, 1 a.m.? I think I'm gonna be on till 2 because I'm really hoping to make a dent in this fundraising. And no matter how sleepy I might get, I have all the hope. I have all the hope that we can make it done today. Hi, Lexus. Hit like, please. Yes, thank you. Also, hi, Martin. You guys are always so fantastic in helping our military with the fundraisers. Hey, New York Wi-Fi. Although I'm not in New York, I'm in Kyiv. Also, I'm so happy when I see people that I don't get to see often because of like the time difference and stuff. So it's very cool. Oh, sorry. It would be very funny if Yulia fell asleep on the live. Would it be funny? Would it really be funny? I don't know if it would be funny. Hi, Darren. Lost you in the last live stream. Yeah, my internet went out because electronic warfare was working, which is interesting that it's working right now and there is no issues because there is electronic warfare going off right now as well. There are drones, there is like an air raid. I literally, like, we all probably just heard all of the all of the air defense and stuff. I would laugh if you fell asleep. Well, I mean, hey, if falling asleep is going to help me fundraise more for the military, I will do it. I shall fall asleep on the live. But yeah. Yeah. But yeah, here's the thing. Like, I really like going live. I really like reading the comments. I really like interacting with you guys. I really like going over different subjects. I just sometimes have So Lucy here is asking, has other work taken precedence? Is that why you're live less often or is it something else? It's a combination. So it's not other work. I do work in media. I work on a Ukrainian media platform. It's called The Gaze, Gaze, from UATV English, and I've been putting most of my effort into my segments with them, and also, obviously, it takes. Hi, Richard. It takes a lot of time and effort, and I write. I mean, I kind of come up with my own segments and I prepare for them, and it's not just the recording part, it's also like the post-production and the pre-production stuff, so it's a lot. And then also, I have kind of been depressed, to be honest, and I have been like picking up a lot of like gigs and stuff, and so I've been working a lot, and Um, and I just, a lot of the times by the time I come home or by the time I have like a free minute, sort of, it's already late. And I also don't like have, I don't have like inspiration really to to do to do things, to be honest. I just kind of like feel so doomy and gloomy, and you know, I don't like I don't I don't know. It's just hard sometimes. It's really hard. And doing things is overrated. Yeah. I mean, there is also this thing sort of where, like, I don't know, I always have like a really fucked up sleep schedule, and lately it's been okay, like as in I don't go to bed too late. I wake up at a normal time, right? And so if I do these um like lives in order for them to reach Americans, right? They need to be late at night, and a lot of my audience is American. I would say it's like 60% American. My dogs are sleeping. Hi, Oscar. So I just, I don't um um I'm kind of like, I don't want to, go to bed too late. But also, to be fair, I am so tired. I probably need to start going to bed because I'm really not, like, I'm barely my brain just kind of like stopped functioning at some point over there. But again, I feel really bad because I've also like I've already committed to helping this unit fundraise for them, and I already go live so rarely. Oh, there is another $20 donation, which brings us to almost $200 raised, 196. Or rather, that's doubled because remember, the donations are doubled up to $500. And but what I was saying is that I feel bad because, I already go live very rarely and I barely have time to go live. And this week is so difficult for me because I'm going to Lviv for the weekend, but in this kind of stupid way. It's my mom's birthday. Hi, password funny. It's my mom's birthday, and I have to go for like literally less than 24 hours. I'm going to jump on the train, be there in the morning, be at the birthday, and then jump on the train back and come back. So that's fun. Which is why, I'm just it's fantastic. And I'm not going to be able to do Friday or Saturday live. And I don't know yet what's going on with tomorrow or the day after or Thursday. I might actually go on Thursday and spend like Friday with my mom and then come back. I don't know. It's just a really bad week. And all the weeks lately have been really bad weeks in terms of just like planning and things. And there is that. Hi, KT. I managed not to visit Lviv ever. Oh my gosh, how did you manage? Will you come back to the US when the war is over? I don't know. I mean, it's not about the war being over, right? Like, it's not really. I didn't move here for the war. I'm Ukrainian, born and raised. My family is here. I probably wouldn't have moved back if it wasn't for the war, but I feel very comfortable here and I don't necessarily see myself being anywhere else at the moment, but also I don't know. Guys, I no longer know what I want to be when I grow up. I no longer know where I see myself in 5 years. I no longer know any of these things. These are very difficult questions, and I think when you live in like a war zone, it's like whether you're going to move back somewhere or move somewhere or do something is a very sort of like trivial. I don't know. It's a very difficult question to answer because I don't know. You should read books for Audible. I mean, I would take some voiceover gigs. I want to be in Ukraine when I grow up. Aw, that's cute, Ozzy. All right, well, I'm guessing this is it on the fundraiser for today. It doesn't seem like we're going to be getting any more donations. But it also doesn't seem like I can stay up any longer. So I am probably going to go to bed because really I am struggling hardcore. And I am going to try and go live, really as often as I can, but I don't know. It's hard to find time these days. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to go to sleep because I really am just falling asleep on the spot. Okay. Good night.